Hi YouTube, this is the Homeschooling Perfectionist here, and finally I am done. I have my major haul. I need some like school supplies, glue and stuff like that, but I'm finally done, and this month I will be completing my lesson plans and curriculum for 2019-2020. This is my haul. I know that this is a lot, but I wanted to just kind of break down with you why I do this. Number one, a lot of these booklets might be from last year. I also like to switch it up towards the middle of the year because we get bored. And also, some of these books run from grades 1 through 3 to grades 1 through 6. So I'm able to take my time with these books. The way that I typically set up is I do a lecture, which is fun and interactive, and we do hands-on, and then I follow it up with a booklet. So there are a couple books that are missing, and those are the Kumon books my son is working on now, like in the summer. He actually asks to do work and pulls out his work, so he really loves it. And those are just math and like some long vowel language art kind of thing, and like explode the code. So those will be rolled over into 2019, 2020, but he's doing those now just so that my son is doing something over the summer, and it's not like he's not doing anything. He's also reading books from the library. You will see that the bulk of what I have is going to be language arts and science. My son loves science, he loves STEM, he's an engineer by heart, and he loves anatomy. So I wanted to make sure that I incorporated that. So if you took those two key components out, there are really not a lot of books here. Language arts, I try to make sure that I focus on that, making sure that my son is developing his reading, his writing skills, perfecting his speech. He's doing incredibly well with that, and I just want to make sure that we encourage that. So that's why I get a little bit more of the language arts and the science. So let's just kind of briefly go over what this mega haul includes. So we're going to start with the language arts. We have here spelling flashcards for first grade, which I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that, but we're going to be switching it up. We have our word of the day, which we've already started the other word of the day pack that I believe I shared in one of my previous videos. So this is going to be what we're going to use. We're probably going to use both of these at the same time because they're kind of thick, but I want to start this during the school year because it starts in September, and I kind of want to have a flow. So it's just kind of just developing those language art skills, developing that vocabulary. This is a 75 picture prompts for your young writers. This goes up to grades 1 through 3. This is just something extra to do. Every week we do book reports. We read a book aloud, and then we'll do a book report about it. So this will be something when I want to switch it up and say I don't want to do a book report, and it's just really fun and a great way to use your imagination. Then I have 180 days of writing for first grade and 180 days of reading for first grade. We have spelling skills and phonics. These are two things that my son can actually do by himself. The first day, which is Monday, I'll kind of give him a run through, but I also allow my son to do some independent studies at his desk. So these are things that are very easy for him to do. I kind of looked them over, and he got this. A lot of these words he already knows because we've done sight words. So this will be something that he can just refresh on, and something he could do in the morning that doesn't need my supervision. The reading comprehension is something that we will definitely do together. Language seat work 1. This is homework. This is going to be put in his homework binder, so we're not going to be talking about that one. And then language fundamentals. This is more so for me to have a guideline. I now have a layout of what to teach from, but I can give my son like 2 pages. And so that's what we have for that one. This is for grade 1. So that's language arts. Then we have history, and it is going to be the great African American coloring book, the big book of African American activities, and the ancient civilization history pockets. For Bible history, we will have our Veggie Tales, God is with me, 365 daily devos for boys, and then we will have our Grapevine studies, Old Testament part 1 through part 2. Part 1 will cover creation to Jacob. Part 2 will cover Joshua and the promised land. Then over here, we have one book that we're going to use, How to Teach Art to Children, grades 1 through 6. I did rip out the gargoyles because I wasn't feeling gargoyles. But other than that, this is a great book, and we can grow with this. Then over here, we're going to be doing geography. This is a teacher's guide. I've had this for, I don't know, I think a year. I had this last year, I think. So this is just a guideline for me because Kumon teaches by region, where all of the other maps teach by alphabetically. So I want to kind of stay focused on by region. We have our daily geography practice. This is something else he will do independently. Very easy. I'm thinking it'll take him about 5 minutes to do. And I'm going to do a page. I'm not going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because it's so easy. He can literally do a page in one day. So I'll probably do this twice a week, I think. And then the beginning geography. Then right here, when we're talking about U.S. maps, I have maps of the U.S., the 50 states activity book, and that's something we'll do every now and then, and the 50 states book. We will have a write-up that we will do to accompany these. So he can kind of interact and kind of see these books. These books are, these are just amazingly colorful. Like, this is just amazing. So if your child is a visual learner, you might want to look into that. Then right here for math, I have this humongous thermometer that I got. And this is our math fundamentals book. That's the only book that we'll be using. The arithmetic, we'll do a test every Friday. And then this is homework, arithmetic 1. So that will be combined with the language arts homework. So the only book that we will be using during school is this one. This is our telling time activity set. We have some number flashcards, and then we have the Black Millionaires of Tomorrow, the Fun Finance flashcards. Let me do science last. So here is our health, safety, and manners 1. It's just basically just giving me a guideline so that I don't, forget to teach something. But my son knows most of this, but this is just a guideline for me. A lot of this stuff I got on eBay, by the way. Science. Here's all our science stuff, as you can see here. We have STEM challenge cards. This goes up from grades 2 through 5. So every now and then we'll be doing some STEM. These are my teacher's guides. I've had these books forever. So these are just guidelines, so I make sure that I'm covering everything. I probably won't use them as much since I have the giant book by Evan Moore. The Everything Kids Science Experiment book. I've had this for about a year or two. Be pulling some science experiments from there. My Amazing Body. This is more so for my son. I'll probably put it in his desk. He loves this book. My sister ordered me these 2 books, the Awesome Physics Experiments for Kids and the Awesome Science Experiments for Kids. We will definitely be pulling out projects from here. Giant Science Resource Book. Again, this goes from grades 1 through 6. So I'm going to take my time, but I'm going to make sure I cover all of these key components. The 365 science activities. I'll be pulling some science experiments from there also. The My Body, we did this last year. I might do it again this year. I'm not really sure yet if I want to, but I might have to move our old body out the way. So we might have to do a new one. Human Body Activity Book for Kids. This is our main book we'll be using. And the Human Anatomy Coloring Book. We'll be doing this together just as some time to spend together. Then we have our Squishy Human Body. We'll be using this just so that my son can kind of touch and feel some things, and just really interactive, and it will go along with the Human Body Anatomy activity book for kids. And then I don't know if I'm going to be doing these activities. I really didn't know that this came with this, but these are just some tools and goggles and things that we need when we're doing certain science experiments that will require a little bit of protection and just some measurements and things like that. I also have some other things from last year that I will be incorporating, just like a scale. We have a scale we've never used. I'll be able to use that. So basically, moving forward, when I'm planning for my curriculum, I think I'm going to focus on subject by subject when I'm planning for my lesson plans for the year. That'll be the best bet. And I'm going to focus on language arts, and then I'll focus on science, and then the other stuff it's going to be really, really easy for me to build it. And I will be sharing with you guys that process. So sorry for all of the videos, but usually during the fall, I really don't purchase a lot. So I figure, why not purchase while I get the thing so that it's fresh on my mind. I hope this was really helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.